SME and micro sector, they have gone through a lot of challenges over the last 5 to 6 years. There's been huge challenge for this industry. So you would have heard of this concept called business revival unit, where central bank wanted all the banks to start a business revival unit in early this year. But for HMB, we had this concept going back 7-8 years. We've been able to help number of SME and micro customers to come out from this crisis. We have also looked at, for micro customers, bringing marketplace. We bring about 150 of our micro customers to Colombo at no cost for them and help them to showcase their products, find new markets. So to start with, the new technology being adopted by SMEs worldwide, looking at automating their processes, improving productivity. As an example, you look at agriculture sector using drone technology to be more efficient and effective. So that's one area where you'll have SMEs also starting to adopt these new technologies, improving automation. The next is marketplace, digital marketplaces, and about how earlier a SME or a microfinance would look at their marketplace being their own locality. But with digital marketing taking place and digital marketplaces, even a small SME somewhere in the rural part of the country can look at actually exporting their products and services outside Sri Lanka. So that's a huge change or huge opportunity that an SME or a microfinance entity will have. And as a bank, we also would look at how we can facilitate that through digital payments and various digital solutions. So in addition to that, computing is getting more cheaper. You have cloud computing. So techniques such as analytics, big data, all that will over time be available for SMEs as well to understand their customers better, tailor products to suit their customers better, and customize products to individual customers. So that's something over time we'll see happening. It's happening in other countries, maybe in Sri Lanka, you will see that happening in the future. With that, then you talk about using technology, then it's about how you also need to be mindful of data protection, cyber security. I don't think SMEs worry too much about that aspect at the moment, but over time, they'll have to understand the threat of cybersecurity and data protection and how they manage that risk. Then also about funding SMEs. For now, it's the banks, the financial institutions that fund SMEs and micro institutions, but over time, fintechs will come to that space and you'll see peer-to-peer lending, crowdsourcing, all that will take over, and there'll be a lot of challenge for the banking and the more formal sector because these fintechs will be able to deliver funding within maybe 2-3 minutes, and even banks will have to look at then adapting analytics in order to evaluate credit and how they can do or they can deliver funding to at least small ticket size institutions within a minute or two. So that's again some development that will happen in this sector. In addition to that, when SMEs plugged into global value chains, ESG will also start to be an important area because foreign buyers will want to know whether the companies that they work with have proper governance, what are their impact on environment and society, and therefore even the smaller scale SMEs will have to start looking at that, which is how they become a better corporate citizen. It has not been their focus up to now, but that will be some important area that even the SMEs will have to look at over time. So these kind of changes you will see happening over the next 5 to 6 years. If you look at the SME and micro sector, they have gone through a lot of challenges over the last 5 to 6 years, starting from the Easter Sunday attack in 2019 to COVID, to financial crisis. There's been huge challenge for this industry, and there was a time where maybe around 75% of the bank's SME portfolio was unable to make their commitments on a monthly basis. And the bank has helped through. A lot of these customers worked with them, advised them, looked at their cash flows, restructured their loans, and majority of these customers have now come out of the crisis, come out of the issues that they faced and are doing well. So you would have heard of this concept called business revival unit, where central bank wanted all the banks to start a business revival unit in early this year, latter part of last year, early this year. But for HMB, we had this concept going back 7-8 years, where we had a special asset management unit which was looking at these specific companies who are actually having issues and work with them and see how to revive this business. So we've been able to help number of new SME and micro customers to come out from this crisis and actually are doing really well now. In addition to that, we have also looked at for micro customers bringing marketplace. Every year we have this Aurudu Pola in BMICH, where we bring about 150 of our micro customers to Colombo at no cost for them and help them to showcase their products, find new markets for them. And we have gone beyond that last year, and we have actually opened out about 150 of our branches for our micro customers to come and sell their products. We have also opened up our head office building, where we bring our micro and SME customers to come and sell their products to our customers as well as our employees. So that's been an important initiative in helping SME customers find new markets. In addition to that, we have also been doing various training programs, be it financial literacy programs, training programs for customers who are aspiring to go into export markets, to help them be ready to go take that next step to go into export markets, tell them what they need to do. Likewise, there have been various training programs that we have conducted to upskill the SMEs to the next level. One more initiative that we started last year is our Sarusara program, which is a program where we bring together all stakeholders in the agriculture sector, be it the government institutions, be it private sector, and then we bring farmers in a specific locality and give them various techniques, show them the new technology that is available, tell them about the various aspects of marketing, maybe new ways of farming, to see how we can improve their skills and help them in terms of improve their productivity and yields. So that's another important initiative that we did, because we see agriculture as one of the main areas that the country needs to focus on. And as a bank, we are very committed to that, supporting that sector. In terms of distributing refinance and subsidy schemes, HMB has been one of the main banks distributing refinance and subsidy schemes to our customers. You have various donor agencies, government institutions that route funding, and we have been disbursing over rupees 15 billion of refinance and subsidy lines to our SME and micro customers in 2024, and one of the largest banks to have done that during last year. In addition to that, we also support our SMEs in terms of their digitalization process through our transaction banking system, Solo, and various other digital payment platforms that we have in order to facilitate digital transactions of our customers. So these are some of the things that as a bank we have been doing to promote SME and micro business and their contribution to the country's economy. So if you look at the SME sector, out of the total employment base, 45% is employed in the SME sector. If you look at SME contribution to GDP, it's over 50%. So it's a very important segment for the country. And if you really look at economic development, can only come through SMEs growing their business, because you can't have just few corporates in the Western province growing and expect there to be development across the country. If you really want development across the country, it has to be driven by SMEs. SMEs need to be the engine of growth. So it's important that the focus is given for growth in the SMEs. And as a bank, we too, having a history of over 135 years, have been working with SMEs right throughout. And we are more seen as a SME and a retail bank because of what we have done over the years and our presence in 250 plus branches spread across the country. Even during the height of the war, we had the most presence in the north and east war-affected areas, even during the wartime. So we have been there with the SME customers across the country and helped our SME customers right throughout. And last year alone, we have disbursed over 100 billion rupees into our SME customers. And we, at the moment, have over 100,000 SME customers banking with us. And it's a very, very important segment for HNB as well as for the country. So you have an economy today expected to grow at around 5% after a couple of years of negative growth. You have interest rates come down to single digits. You have inflation at almost zero and with a medium-term expectation of mid-single digit. You have a stable exchange rate. You have tourism sector booming. You have import restrictions being taken out. You have the country moving up from default status into CCC rating. So all this stability in the economy will, of course, help the SME and the micro sector, and there'll be more opportunities for them to grow. And we have seen that as well. We have seen through our loan growth, through the activities that are happening in the SME and micro sector, that they are doing significantly well. In addition to that, we see the government also adopting more SME-friendly policies, and we see donor agencies bringing funding into SME sector. And we have also seen the setting up of National Credit Guarantee Scheme. The ADB has come with the funding requirement, and it's been set up as a private-public partnership. And this is going to help a lot of the SMEs, especially small-scale SMEs, which up to now didn't have access to bank financing due to the lack of collateral, now being able to go and use the guarantee and get the required funding from either banks or financial institutions. And HMB is also happy to be part of this important initiative. And another important aspect, I think, which is lacking in the country is private equity. I think the lack of private equity in the country has also stifled the growth of SMEs. If you look at our stock market, you don't have too many success stories of SMEs being taken into the stock market and doing well. And one major reason for that is the lack of private equity institutions to really help SMEs to migrate into that next level, because you need private equity to come in. Debt capital alone will not be able to take SMEs into the next level. You need private equity to come in there, bringing in the governance, bringing in the management, bringing in the R&D, and taking the SMEs to the next level. So that's another important area. Even as a bank, we have been trying to work with the few private equity firms that are there but I think there is much more that needs to happen in this area to really see SMEs going into the next level. Through all this, we see that the SME and micro sector is going to benefit through all these positive developments that are happening around us. And there'll be a lot of opportunities for growth, and SMEs would be the engine of growth going forward. And like I mentioned, HMB has always been, our main business has been working with the SMEs, and we have always been a partner in progress in the development of the SME business, and we'll continue to invest in that, in terms of providing funding, in terms of providing advice, in terms of providing digital channels to help them do their business better, more efficiently, and continue to be that partner in progress.